fire. It will keep Hemminger warm in Odin's hall.
If he's not careful, that Voda will burn all of Valhalla down.
Eivor, we meet again. Brothers, sisters.
Oh shit, Halfdan's here.
I've not seen your face among the Hemminger clan. From where do you hail?
I come on behalf of the mighty Halfdan Ragnarsson of Northumbria to deliver a gift to the departed Hemming Jarl.
He's right there though.
These people are good drinkers and good warriors. Halfdan will be pleased.
Brothers, sisters, kin and clan. It is time.
Halfdan, it's good to see you.
Aye. If only our meeting were to take place during a more joyous occasion.
To come all this way, you must have known him well.
Not as well as I would have liked, but he was a fine warrior and an honest man. One I could trust, and I trust very few. To Hemminger Jarl, Skull.
Aye, Skull.
See, this is what I'm talking about, where a character actually comes from another region that's involved in another storyline. So this is good right here. There should be more of this, you know. Like the storyline should be more linear, and have the characters from previous regions and previous storylines be involved in the next ones. You know, they don't have to be involved in every single one, but you know, at least you know a cameo. This bit of a cameo here is okay. You know, you'd want more than that, but you know, it's better than nothing. Who's this guy?
Hjor, old friend.
Ah,
It's
Hjor.
good to see you here. Is Luvina here as well?
One of us had to stay in Jorvik. She wishes she could be here, but alas, our duties never rest.
Aye, never. Only Hemminger Jarl has that privilege now.
See, again, Hjor from... I forgot what region it was, but I remember the storyline. With the, all the different... That was one of the city ones, right? Dude, they came all the way to Nottinghamshire, man. Holy crap. It was Jorvik, was it? Pretty sure it was, right? This is where the part where people were... what's his name? He like spiked the drinks or made poison, sorry. And we had that great quest line with the different... Oh, I missed one. We had the great quest line with the 3 different Templars. See ya.
You have seen what was needed?
I have. More than enough.
Eivor, my father sets forth on his final voyage.
May the winds favor him.
The nobles have offered up their funeral gifts. All but you. Present what you have, and the celebration may begin.
I have it here. In council, you were the wisest. At the hearth, the kindest. In battle, the bravest. May the sign of Vegavisir, the rune of the way, guide you to the hall of many doors.
Stand at my side.
Speak from your heart, Hemminger son.
Ah, so sick.
Today we mourn the passing of Hemminger Jarl of Nottinghamshire. My father. Our father. He was a towering force. A strength to fear and admire. Now gone. Yet together we are the example of his greatness. I see him in each of you. His love for battle, but also peace. For wisdom, sorrow, and joy. His generosity, his spirit. In you I see his life. And his love of drink. Gods, did he love drink? We are these things because he was these things. Father, we shall be to our children what you were to us. And when they are ready, we will meet you again. Give him a fine farewell.
Man, this is really heavy quest line.
Ride to Hemthorpe.
Holy.
Prepare the longhouse for the Althing. The next Jarl will soon take his seat.
What the? Oh my god. Dude. Everybody was like overlapping with each other. I thought there was going to be a friggin' fight or someone was invading or some shit.
You have seen what was needed.
I have. More than enough.
Why are they running? Why are they running so much? It's like they're running in fear. And I kind of want to stay. It's a pretty heavy like quest line for for a character that we didn't really talk with much, like in a way I don't think we were that attached to a character for it to warrant such a like significant quest and all that stuff, but it's not bad. Let's just go grab this chest quickly, but like I'm not emotionally invested in the character, even though he's a good character and he was.
I must be careful now.
Yeah, he's a good character. But like a good character, in that he was like not nice and wanted peace and was a good leader. But it's hard to say he's a good character in like the story or the character development, because there really wasn't any. There was no like. I mean, I guess there was emotional conflict, right? Like choosing between the Jarl. And he always had like emotional, like appreciation between, for us to be here and stuff like that. So, but I guess that was the only thing, though. Like I don't want to say it's not enough, but it is very little. But for the I guess the person he was in this world, it's a worthy like funeral. You know, like it's kind of like if Halfdan were to die or something. You know, he's just the oldest son of Ragnar. You know, he's like his fame, and you know he led the you know, even though he was like a shadow leader, but as of right now, you know, he leads his region. So like just the name itself, and like the name in the history of the Vikings and of the Norse, you know, the son of Ragnar, you know, such a figure. You know, that kind of makes sense. And maybe this person, Hemminger Jarl, maybe that was, you know, maybe he was someone significant in history, and I just don't know, which, you know, is also fine. But you know, there are characters that I think, you know, as a developer.
Does it pass from father to son? Aye, the burden is Vili's to bear. But Dad never wanted it. I'm not sure what is to happen.
Like, as from a developer point of view, you know, like, you try and think about what the general population would know, and almost, you know, a majority of them would know, like, Ragnar, and, you know, things with mythology, Norse mythology.
Have they given their Jarl a fine farewell?
They have. None drank so well and so deeply as Clan Hemminger's son.
The declaration of succession must happen soon, before we are too drunk and exhausted to remember our names.
I agree. Call on those who must attend. The Alding will begin shortly.
Why is a person of the Raven clan, of our clan, being so, you know, like in a leadership position, in like so involved? I don't understand. Is she really part of our clan, or is she? I guess she is, right? I don't know.
You look uneasy.
Burdened by grief, drowning in mead, and paralyzed by a sword. I stand between that man and Hjarldum.
You stand side by side, Vili.
That's
One
right.
of you must step forward.
My father placed us side by side because he trusted your vision. So what do you see?
Drunk as you are, I see before me a man full of passion, vigor, and a love for his people. I see a Jarl. Your burden will get easier to bear. Take your father's seat and make it your own.
I will.
Nice. He's got the resolve
Good.
now.
Now let them know, Arstic.
People of Hemthorpe, of Ulkethorpe, of Snottingham. Today I pledge myself. As my father was, I shall be your Jarl. Hemminger was a hero, not for who he was, but for the people he led. With Tryggvi by my side, with all of you, we will have glory.
You have already learned that people prefer shorter speeches to long ones, Vili Jarl.
It will take time to wear that title with comfort. My father never swore a formal oath with your clan. There was no need, for you are family. Let it be known, the Hemmingers and Clan Raven are true sworn friends from this day forward. Do you accept?
Hell yeah.
Aye. Be fair, be just, and call upon us often, Arstick.
I'm sure I will.
Ah, man. Beautiful thing, dude.
Thank you for all you have done, Eivor.
This time I return to
In my
the
mind, this version of my life, one as a Jarl, is clouded with fear of disappointment, of shackles. But seeing you as a leader in your own right inspires me to do the same.
That's actually a very good perspective.
Oh, friend.
It's a good point, you know. We don't go around just because we want glory and we're just free a spirit, you know. Like, at the end of the day, even though, you know, I'm playing the game and I'm going here, there and everywhere, but my point is that I'm a leader, I'm part of a clan getting alliances. So, you know, I'm, you know, being a leader too. It's just that I'm not a Jarl, so I'm not sitting, you know, in one spot. Or, well, don't mean that in a derogatory way, but I'm not like, you know, my task involves me to go to places. Man, it's not really a good, well, I guess here is fast travel, but god damn. Alright, let's start clearing out Nottinghamshire. Holy crap, there's like a road event down here? Okay, interesting. We can get that last maybe, let's not forget that. I'm not really sure where to go. Let's maybe go Tinkow. Go left and right, I guess. We'll go here. We'll go to the outpost, down this road, hideout, fast travel, and then get this while we're at the outpost. Fast travel back here. Go left, get this. Get this. Get this, get this, get this. While we're here, we can clear out this fog if we need to. Which probably will. How much wealth is left? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So I'm guessing there's 2 there. 3, 4, 5. Mystery is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay, artifacts 1, 2. Alright, so I guess you don't really need to clear this area out, but I'm going to. I may as well. Man, look at this place, dude. Hell of a land. It's both like snowy and kind of green, you know, with forest and stuff. Alright, complete opposite direction. Now my concern is whether I'm gonna like platinum this game, because usually when I'm 100% I platinum it, but I'm not really sure if I'm that dedicated, and also this is kind of the last straw of the series if they don't start tuning it more towards the assassin side of things. At the very least, if I don't quit the series or quit the franchise, then I definitely won't do 100% from now on. So it all depends on the next game or the next 2 games, if they start going back to their roots or not. Although they, you know, Assassin's Creed are great games, but they're not what they used to be, and it's kind of disappointing to see it, you know, kind of become a generalist kind of game. Not that there's anything really wrong with having more people involved in the series, but it's not that there's more population involved in the AC game. It's just that the game is more adjusted for the population, you know. It's not really how it should be.
Are these wetlands your longhouse? Your meat hall?
This is a Drenger's ritual chamber. I am Skegghold, pledged to Ragnar Lothbrok in hugger and body, iron and soul. I seek one willing to take the ritual and engage me in combat to the death.
I understand. For an opponent, you could do worse than me.
Join me then in Drenga Seder. Ragnar taught it to me at Uppsala for 9 moons, and I never stopped. I will only fight one who enters my frenzy. For if we are not in the same state, I will have an unfair advantage.
What is the potion then? Mead and rotten bread?
A sacred ale of high volatile spirits, and Thor's fungus, the Amanita muscaria. Ragnar and I would quaff this great elixir. Before each new raid, I often saw him transcend the laws of battle. Drink of the brew that bubbles here in my pot. Then we will enter the frenzy together, and only one of us will leave.
Sounds pretty interesting for a fight. What do we gotta do? Oh wait, we gotta drink this. Stupid. Of course we gotta drink this. Alright, see if we can do it without a shield. He's already had a few challenges that have failed.
May you walk with Bifrost, with heavy steps.
Oh my god, what the fuck? Oh my god, get out the way.
We fought well, and our journey was fair. Now yours continues.
Now I transcend. Farewell. It is my turn to see the god of poetry.
Probably shouldn't call the horse when I'm going over the edge, but it's okay. 2 weapon wounds, huh? Interesting. It's great.
Troll killer.
Okay. Okay, I guess I can't go because the ice. Huh. Okay. Go up here. It's gotta be in the wall somewhere. Go this way around it? No. Don't slip off. Don't you dare. Okay, there we go.
Oh, damn troll magic.
Outposts. Broad event. What? Oh, well, fine. Man, I don't need to fight these guys. I just need to grab the treasure and get out of here. I remember in like, I think it was Odyssey and Origins, when you get hit by an arrow, when you're like on the wall, you would like fall. It really sucked. Okay. Health. Okay, great. We done here? Nothing. Oh wait, yes there is. Right in front of me. Up in here. A big building that looks like a fortress. How do we get underneath? Right, let's not do here. Yeah. Yes, sir. Great. Go to the world event. I'm out of here. Peace. Oh, bears. Actually bears this time, not boars. Again, too many brown bears, not enough black and polar bears. Hopefully they don't chase me all the way to this world event, because that would suck. Oh my god, dude. How do you not... There's literally stairs here. Climb straight. Climb straight. There's stairs right there. Okay, none of these. Okay. What's I gonna deal with? Is there still guys chasing me?
Stretch your wings, Suman.
Where's the front of it? Is this meant to be like underwater?
The
kingdom of Bernicia and Elbit have granted me the rights to worship here by edict of Yopa of Bernicia. The Nephilim were the only race with the strength to have moved such pillars, with the power of the Lord behind them.
What? God damn it.
The kingdom of Bernicia and Elbit have granted me the rights to worship here by edict of Yopa of Bernicia. The Nephilim were the only race with the strength to have moved such pillars, with the power of the Lord behind them. But what were they guarding against? You command the Lord. Was it for the sin of people of other times? Was it to keep the demons out?
Is that really not it? Right there? I mean, it's reflection in the water. Come on, dude. Gotta be that one that I just had, right? There's no other spot. See, this is too far because the sound stops.
The kingdom of Bernicia and Elbit have granted me the rights to worship here by edict of Yopa of Bernicia. The
Here we go.
Nephilim were the only race with the strength to have moved such pillars, with the power of
It's
the
literally
Lord
here, dude.
behind them. But what were they guarding against? You command the Lord.
Did I have to do the
Was it
ping?
for the sin of people of other times? Was it to keep the demons out?
I wonder what the Nephilim really is. I'm not really like trying to study this part of the story. I mean, are the Nephilim? I don't know. The Nephilim aren't the Isu, right? Like, the only hybrids in the universe are the hybrids between humans and Isu. So are they Nephilim? I'm not really sure if they would be described as the only ones strong enough to move pillars. Maybe, like, maybe that is what it's referring to. Maybe it's like metaphoric for the only ones who were able to, like, I don't know, carry on, knowledge or such large, like, burdens. Maybe, I don't know. Since they were the first, like, humans that would had to have been the first to, cultivate the land, stuff like that. Like, it puts into perspective, right? If you think about it, after there was like an Isu civil war, and then there was the cataclysm that pretty much decimated the Isu race, and then eventually they died out. So in that eventually they were probably helping humans at some point to establish, places of refuge and to survive, but eventually they would have all died, and they would have had to, like, fend for themselves, basically.
This area is off limits.
God, I hate these guys so much. I'm not even gonna fight you, dude. I'm out of here. Alright, got a chest egg, chest here, we've got a key. She's a big lady. Alright, guessing that was the wealth? No. The wealth is here. There's a key though. Like, one contradictory thing in the game is that it's not in Eivor's nature to be sneaky. So the fact that he doesn't want to hide the hidden blade because it's practically badass, and he wants to, you know, basically show off, makes it so that anything that's assassiny, you know, like being stealthy or sneaking around, hiding in plain sight, you know, not taking credit, you know, for you know your fights or for your kills. It just goes against what the assassins like are. So it's really, really hard to do this sort of thing in the first place. Like the Viking, the philosophy and the culture of the Vikings are almost complete opposite to the assassins, right? But it would have been cool if, like, you know, if there was a Viking, like if Eivor was, oh, there's two chests, you know, like a Viking that, I don't know, wasn't like that, you know, maybe he was like you could have done something so different with the character, you know, like, instead of your typical Viking, it could have been like an outcast, or, you know, like maybe something happened in his past in the story that you find out like later on, or you find out during the part of the story that, you know, glory and fighting, like, you know, he's not that good. Maybe he got his parents killed, or some sort of tragic backstory like that, or maybe he got his clan killed. Maybe he was the son of a jarl. Maybe he was a jarl, and you know, and he realized, or maybe, you know, he's just like a pacifist and he wants peace more than he wants, you know, to fight, stuff like that. You know, and he wants to do things differently, right? And he could have had something like that, you know, and to be like an outlier like Viking. You would have still been able to have the Viking like side of things, you know, and if people wanted to play the Viking way, they could have, but then, you know, the main missions would have had to be like Assassin's Creed, like stealthy and stuff. You know, and then if people wanted to be Vikings and just go out guns blazing, you know, go crazy, then they would have had to do some side quests. Maybe some main missions would have been like that, right? Being able to like have the thing is, right, with the older games, if you failed stealth, you'll get desynchronized and you have to start the whole mission again, or at least like a portion of like a segment of the mission, right? Like you had to do it stealth, and there was no other way to do it. So in this, you know, even if there was main missions or main quests where you had to do things stealthy, like it doesn't quit the mission, or it doesn't do anything where you have to restart if you fail, or if you don't do it stealthy. So even then, like, you have the option as a player to, you know, if you get seen, to just continue and do it the Viking way, and then, you know, you still like assassinate the target somehow, and, you know, maybe there'll be like some dialogue options, some consequences, but for the most part, like, it'll make sense and make more sense and complete sense if you were to do it like completely stealthy, and that's like the canon way, as opposed to doing it non-stealthy, and it's like still acceptable but not canon, or not like as not as canon, like a different level. You know, different. You can have different levels of canon, like different levels of truth. Ooh, okay, so it's like. It's kind of like old Star Wars, like Legends comics, you know. There was like different levels of canon because there was so many comics, so many books. It's like, well, this overwrites this, and it's like, well, you know, comparing these two things that contradict each other, which one's more true? And it'll be one or the other, and it would be like different levels of accuracy in the canon. Because there's just so much content by so many different people, it wasn't able to kind of keep track of consistency. I mean, that's a very like vague and broad like thing. Like it had to be really, really specific in what kind of things, you know, were plot holes and stuff in the vast world of Star Wars. But and I'm sure other comics have done it too, right? Like, I don't know, like X-Men comics or like Superman, Spider-Man comics, DC comics, other Marvel comics, other characters. You know, the more popular a character is, the more stories there are about them, and the more things, the more opportunities there are for plot holes. Stuff like that. So it's like same thing for Assassin's Creed. Like the unique thing about Assassin's Creed is that, you know, it's all different time periods. So it's you know, it's hard for things to overlap and have like errors. Only like in the real world perhaps can you have things that are, you know, plot holey or like inconsistent. You know, even more so if there's like, you know, the people making the comics and the people making the novels and the people making books and the people making the games aren't all, you know, in this coherent, like, you know, there's no like kind of liaison to keep track of the consistency of the story. You know, there's no like, you know, like the Lucas Board story group, you know, or Lucas that's not the story group or the storyboard, whatever the hell it is, storyboard of Lucasfilm. They have like a board of directors or a board of like people that anything with the Star Wars name, they would make sure that it's
proud the Lord speaks
you
so
know,
cleanly through my
coherent
soul
to the
here
story.
in Reckonset. He talks of his instruments and asks that I be one. It appears the Nephilim were at battle here long ago. Against a great tempest, some few protected us. We must honor these ancient paths. I have explained what he left for us here, to the Reckon dwellers nearby. Blessed be all those who tread in this holy light.
Random cave back here. Nephilim had a fight here long ago. Like again, what is he referring to? I don't know why these are here, but anyway, maybe it's just to get some sort of angle? Nah. What exactly is the shape?
I am proud the Lord
Okay,
speaks
it's a
so
circle
cleanly
with-
through my soul here in Reckonset.
The thing is,
He
I don't
talks
think
of
there's
his
one.
instruments and asks that I be one. It appears the Nephilim were at
Is there a good. There's not really a good side for this. Maybe if I go higher. There's no right side for this. This one here. This one's good, but it doesn't really match with any of them. Guessing these have something to do with how they line up. Yeah, here we go. There we go. There we go. Yep, I knew it. Had to be something like that.
Such odd energies, flying here unseen.
These are really cool. I've noticed there's been like we've just got 2 of those in a row in this region. So it feels like some regions, you know, like some region there's a heavy abundance of those world events where you help people, you know. And you know, there's been a couple of regions where I've had like 2 or 3 stone stackings, and this region has 2 of these, you know, at least in a row. It's not enough for me to say like this region favors this particular world event, but like when you have multiple of those, it kind of makes it feel more like you know, when you have more world events of the other type, it makes it feel like makes it feel like there's more variety in terms of all the different types, because I feel like the world events with people are so like there's a lot of those. So now that I've just had, you know, 2 of these rock ones in a row, I feel like this region has a better balance, you know. Yes, like there's 2 rock ones and compared to others, but I don't exactly have all the world events in my head for this region, but I think they're a lot of fun now than the people like ones. I don't know why. Maybe just because I'm just so over it now. Look, a fly Garrick. See, another type of one where it's, you know, like a puzzle, or rather like, you know, I kind of consider these like almost rare, you know. Compared to some of the others. Defeat them. Oh, there's 2. 3, okay.
Oh my!
Oh shit. Yeah, I feel like the more unique and rarer ones are like the fly Garricks, the stone puzzle ones that I just did. All the world events, like the stone stacking. I'd rather have like those than the ones where you help people. Well, I mean that kind of sounds really really rude, but like these ones are fine. Like it's just in the one spot. It's just it's a simple puzzle. Yeah, they can get boring if they're in abundance. You know, like to a large degree, because it's just like you know, the same kind of formula. And the world events with people are very unique. You know, in terms of like what you have to do. Maybe you have to defeat or, you know, kill someone or something, or like find something, or move an item, or so you can never really know what it is. So I guess in that sense of the world events, they're probably the best type because of the, like, in the variety of world events, that type has the most variety, you know, so there's variety and variety, but at the same time, like, you just don't, sometimes you don't know what you're doing. It's like, you know, if you're like a completionist, you're kind of just doing it to do it, and, you know, it's like, it's leading you on this, you know, goose chase. It does breathe more like life into the world though, but still. Alright, so there's one more mystery left and it's over here. Let's just for the sake of it, clear out the fog, 'cause I don't like seeing fog on my map. I at least wouldn't mind seeing the whole area. Maybe we'll find a polar bear or, I don't know, something. Oh my god, what a shot. Didn't expect it to get that one go. Again, like, I've encountered bears in the snow region. I guess this region is like a hybrid region just because,
What do you see, Sunan?
like, it has snow and like fertile land, so it's not exactly a full-on like ice region. But we've had a full-on ice region up north and no like polar bears. So maybe it's only like in Norway, it has to be extremely cold. Maybe that's where they are. Then I'd like come back. So no, I feel like there should definitely be bears, like polar bears here. Oh, there's a bear up there. But see, look, this having a brown bear here doesn't make sense to me. Like, this should definitely be a polar bear. Regardless if, you know, like, just regardless. I'm in a snow like biome, with snow like area of a region. Could be a polar bear in one. Like, there's enough. You know, it's not that I just need one. I need multiple for materials. So why not just be generous and put polar bears in the snow, and keep the brown bears in the woods, and the black bears wherever they need to be. Like, Jesus. This is kind of crazy though, like this amount of snow. Like, imagine this amount of snow in real life. I mean, I say that like it doesn't exist, but like, it's crazy to think about things like that actually exist in our like world. I mean, I guess it's not crazy to think about, but I don't know. It's just like encapsulates something so grand and great and beautiful, and it's something that we have in our world that we don't really think about. You know, we don't really visit these places. There's no like need for exploration and adventure. It's just sort of there, and you just, you know, you know, you go out there to see it, is if you actually literally like just go out there just to see it, you know, just to experience or just to see beautiful places, which isn't it's far from a wrong thing to do. Like, a lot of people do that, you know, a lot of people go out to find different places, something beyond, you know, it's more than tourism. Seeing tourist attractions or tourist places. What? Are you not available? Huh. That's strange. Am I meant to like go down here? Yeah, like, there'll be people, you know, who, you know, want to see a particular thing in the world, right? They like to go see waterfalls in particular. So when they go, you know, traveling, they make it a point to go see, you know, waterfalls or whatever natural, like whatever nature site that they want to see, like waterfalls or, you know, snowy areas or like caves, like cool caves. Some people just want to see like, you know, cool reefs or beaches or water. A lot of crazy cool things in the world that are just sort of not in the vicinity of any, you know, human population. Alright, there's clearly nothing here. So much deer. Excuse me, so much deer. Holy crap. Literally everywhere. Another bear, what do you know? There are so many things out here, holy crap. So many like animals. Bear and a boar. A boar's really that big? Or is that just... maybe it's just a small bear. Oh god, so many bears here, holy crap. I'm finding bear hides now, holy crap, bear pellets. Doesn't seem like I need any more. Jesus. Got all the brown bear in the world. But yeah, I mean there are way too many collectibles in this game. Like, you know, depending what kind of 100% you're going for. If you're going for just platinums, you probably don't need to. I mean, I don't know. I'm not sure if you need to do all the like regions, complete every single region, you know, wealth and all that. But if you don't, then you know it's different. You don't need to do all the wealth and stuff for every region. But as a completionist and as a collect everything or to do everything, there's a lot of stuff, you know, and there's just too much stuff, overloaded with stuffs. I don't need so much stuffing, you know. Oh, an anomaly. Okay, nice. Now these are cool too. Now there's only like 10 or 7 anomalies, so these are like really cool too. Like they're rare compared to like stone. Like there's a lot of world events, different types. Now that's anomalies with people. No, sorry, world events with people, anomalies, stone stacking, the stone alignments with the pattern, flyer garricks. It's 5 already. So it's pretty different types there. Like world events, you know, they're pretty cool compared to wealth and artifacts. Artifacts are literally just like curse items or Roman artifact, which